Welcome to the Shiddy channel.
Welcome back to the channel. That is, well, Shiddy. As you may or may not have seen in the past couple of videos, we put a radio in this truck and then we changed the radiator. Yep, changed the radiator. So, from what I could tell, if you haven't guessed already from the last video, I think we have a bad head gasket. And something that makes me wonder about that is, I believe the old thermostat was stuck. So I think there may have been some overheating issues, but the sensor, the temp sensor, wasn't catching that because it was on the opposite side of that thermostat. So I think we've had a couple overheats and popped a little head gasket. So the only way we can find out is we're gonna change the head gasket and everything that comes apart with it. Probably not going to film as much as I normally do because this is going to be kind of intensive and I don't want to take too long doing extra stuff here. But essentially, for this part of the job, what we're going to do is we're going to drain the coolant out that's left. We're going to undo all our hoses, vacuum lines, any electrical that's plugged in, throttle body, intake tubes and stuff that's over here with the breather, intake itself. Pretty much everything on top is coming off. And we've also got water pump and a couple other things to do. So essentially, we're going to strip this back barrel on down to bare block. Not really a bare block, but with internals in it still. And we're going to get every gasket changed. Now always remember, if you're taking something apart, no matter what it is, intake, plenum, throttle body, anything, if it comes apart and has a gasket, change the gasket. Quick little tip. If you're ever working on an engine you're not 100% familiar with or anything like that, and you don't have a manual or what have you, it's always good to take a couple reference pictures for your vacuum lines and wiring and such. Now typically wires, the connectors only go to certain places and stuff like that, but if you're not comfortable, tape, markers, photos, any type of reference just to kind of let you keep on here. And you know, we might have to hook this fella up with some new vacuum lines, because I think we might have some, because these are falling apart. That might have something to do with its idle surge. But have no fear, we are here. So I'm going to take some quick photos and get you back on that time lapse. Just found a great example of why I like making videos, okay? I got all the, what I thought intake bolts, or plenum bolts, or whatever you want to call it, out, and was like, oh, it's not coming. Come to find out, there's a bolt on the back. It was really hard to get to from up top. I don't know if you could tell in that little time-lapsey thing I was trying. But let me show you where it's at and what I'm gonna do to be able to get it. Most of us mechanics have a plethora of extensions. You're gonna need them. You're gonna need them. You can either use manual ratchet or electronic. But yeah, I mean, you're just gonna use those extensions. That guy, right there. We're gonna pull that out. And then it should come right out. Now, let's try this again. Also, you got like the EGR thing on the back. Disconnect that from your intake. And then after you think you've got all your bolts again, that's promising. And we should have a free intake off. Heck yeah. Let's get our next part. Does it look nasty to you guys? When it first started coming out, it's brown. But it went in green. Got the alternator off. We got the radiator back out of the way. Started taking power steering stuff off, but like that whole bracket does both of those. Same thing over here. This bracket's like both of those. Because I was really hoping I could just undo the stuff and then, you know what I mean? But we're changing the water whirler anyhow. So we're just going to go ahead and strip her down. Okay? Soak your bolts, guys. Okay? I know we can't get them all. But soak your bolts, guys. Yeah. Old alternator one kind of gave out on us, but that's okay. We'll get this bracket out. We'll heat it up. We'll soak it. And we'll try to get that rope free. Aluminum, metal, or stainless, or whatever the heck that bolt was, have made it together. I'm not gonna say for life, but they're on there. That's the one. We broke one there. We broke one more. We broke the head off one on the EGR valve. But that's okay. I think we can fix it. Catchphrase. Little update for everybody. We've got the intake manifold off. We've got the exhaust manifolds off. So we're gonna clean up where, you know, the gasket's falling apart. So we brittle. We've got new ones of those. We're gonna put it in there. So where we're at now, just gonna make sure everything's undone from this side, which I'm pretty certain I just got 2 little bolts on this bracket over here. Great. Valve cover, head bolts, head. But we're gonna save that for tomorrow. Which today is tomorrow. Well, today is a couple days since the last saw me. Broke some stuff, soaked some stuff. When you soak some stuff, it goes a little bit easier. So far, I haven't broken anything. I thought I did, but it was just breaking loose. All that rust and stuff. It's a good time. It's a good time. See you soon. Alright, we're back on this old Ford. Day number like 3, 4, 7, 12. We've been working on this old gal. The only thing that I can see is on the valve cover, there's a bracket that holds all your electrical stuff. Take that off. I'm gonna try. I just undid the bolts to the power steering pump, the AC pump bracket. I only undid the bolts that are connected to the head. So what we're gonna try to do now, oh yeah, spark lighter, the spark plug wires, gotta take those out too, you know. Yep, took those out. So now we're gonna take out the valve cover, head bolts and see if we can get this head out without having to take all this bracket and stuff off. Because if we ain't gotta, we ain't gotta. Save yourself some time if you can. But if we can't, you know I'll let you know. Okay? So, time lapse, or just jump right into the magic of me pulling the head off here? What do we think? Yeah, we'll do a time lapse. So let me get some tools, and we'll get this valve cover off of here, and we'll take a look at the inside. I think. I don't know anymore. Ugh. It's so nasty. Oh no. Oh no no. Yeah, this is bad. Let me hold on. Screwdriver. Let's just. Look at that. That's chunky, guys. Oh wow. There's like stalactites in here. Oh my gosh. Like, try not to get crazy filthy, but chunks, guys, chunks. So it looks like we're gonna have to, we're gonna try to clean this up. We're gonna try to clean up the top of this. Like, man, that's thick. Breaker bar. Yes. Look. Something like that. I've been inside a lot of engines. This is the first one that's been this disgusting. It's not looking good. Nope. You know, this shouldn't be taking that long. Well, if I'd shut up and just work, it probably wouldn't be so long. But I couldn't believe it, all right? I told myself earlier, I'm not gonna get dirty. Little man's asleep. You know, easy peasy. Went around here, pull his head off. No problem. It looks like I'm gonna be dirty. Because when I go to grab that and pull it up, I guarantee y'all, it's just gonna everywhere. I know this socket is so full of crud. Let's just add it to the crud bucket. I'm not sure if it matters or not, but my stand broke again. Uh-oh. Too much. Abort. Now, your head bolts. They are torque to yield bolts. Therefore, Once you use these, you go to change the head gasket again, throw them away. Get new ones. Anything that is torque to yield, always replace. The threads, when you torque them, will stretch. And over time, they'll stretch and heat cycles and everything. Blah, 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 yakety, yakety. Therefore, torque to yield, one-time use, okay? One time. So these, they're now just spare, whatever they fit. Let's just take us a moment here. I don't really need to recap because we already recapped a couple times probably at this point. Little PS of the A's to everybody. Just take your time, guys. Take your time. Don't rush. Okay? Just do it. Just get her going. But while we wait to hear from the other guy, what day is it even? Yeah. I'm going to show you the inside of this head. I can't really show you under it. Because again, I don't have good leverage on the back. I don't think I need to pull out the hoist just yet. I'm going to, but I know what we're going to do. Catchphrase. I mean, look at that. Is that a pile? I mean, it's just absolutely everywhere. It took me longer to dig that head bolt out just to loosen it than it did, I feel like, doing all of them. Yep, there's that. Something else I found. This is like an EGR valve or whatever. I'm not sure if it's supposed to do this. Somebody out there, comment down below. Like, is that fitting supposed to be that loose? I mean, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Yeah. Comment below. Let me just know how mad. Let us know how bad that is. Does it need to be JB welded once it gets flipped back into place just for a quick fix? Or what? What's the best option? Because we will JB weld it, okay? It won't go nowhere. But if it's supposed to be like that, let me know. If it's not supposed to be like that, let us know. I'm not even going to look it up. I'm going to rely on the 13 people who watch this video to be like, yo, that's not the EGR valve anyways, which I'm pretty sure it is, because it's hooked into the exhaust and the intake and everything. But anywho's, just let us know down below in the comments if that's supposed to spin freely.
At night, standing on opposite sides of the street.
Yeah.
It says, my husband introducing himself to the new neighbors. And about that time, the guy on the other side of the road lights his lightsaber, starts twirling it.
Yeah.
And the other guy says,
Perfect neighbor.
that's my neighborhood.
So Travis said, why not just pull the rockers and pull the push tubes out? Really need to go through them anyways, because
So I can tell right in there, it looks funny. Nothing looks horrible other than the inch of dirt on it.
Yeah. Let's look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some. That here seems to be the problem.
Okay.
There we go.
That was weird. That's for sure.
That's all plugged up.
Yeah.
It's all plugged up.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Definitely need some spark plugs. And these valves.
Yeah, the valves are fine.
Oh, I mean, it's just filthy.
Yeah, it's filthy.
It's filthy.
We're gonna need a couple of cans of brake clean, some scrapage.
Yep. We're going to go through every passage.
Hit a flat edge on it, see if it needs to go to the machine shop. You still kind of see the cross hatching here.
Right on. Now that we got it stripped down to this point, let's say we tackle pulling this off.
The fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my whole idea is we gotta do oil pump too.
Oil pump
Cause
too?
oh yeah. And to do the oil pump, this needs to be raised to drop the oil pan off. So we're gonna essentially take out everything we can, take this off, flush the block again while it's apart, and essentially just clean every single thing we can. Try to make this thing work again. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find the proper source of leverage.
Oh, leverage.
And catch the bottom. And then you just turn it. And it holds itself. And then you do some spinny stuff.
Will you pull my hammer? Thanks, man. What a good guy.
Hey, don't tell nobody.
So you can see rusty crusty a little bit. Doesn't hurt to change it.
Nope.
Not at all. Not as quiet as that other one.
I think that'd been changed before. There was quite a lot of Permatex sticking out.
That one's through.
Yeah.
Not through. That one's through. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure if it's a through bolt in the water system, you want to put that, was it Teflon tape or some kind of sealant around the RTV?
I would go with red Loctite if I had it.
Well, no, I mean around the, it's got to be
around
water
the-
based.
Right.
Which I'm wondering if that's what this little nubby is on the end of this one. Is from somebody RTV in the bolt.
No, that's the RTV from the. They caked it on.
Oh, when they
and
shoved
pushed
it in.
through.
Yeah. Oh, I better. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. So, good news, bad news. Good news. Doesn't appear to be any cracks.
So far.
He said so far earlier. Okay.
You guys know how straight six heads are,
Yeah.
especially ones that have been hot.
So we're gonna call this part 1, tear down. And We tore it down. We did.
Well, he did. I just
well,
showed
I
up
did.
and turned like 7 bolts, man.
He helped me get the head out because it's kind of big.
And it's way back there.
It is. It's this long.
How are you supposed to? How?
Yeah, teamwork. Lift.
We got a cherry picker right there we could have used because
That's going to be in part 3, 4, 7, 12, 10, 7, 12, 18, 9, 12. One of the parts.
later on.
Yes. So, that's going to do it for this one. You've seen what you seen and forgot what I forgot. Till next time. Okay, bye. Catchphrase. Do it. You gotta do it.
Oh.